Dr. Loren Scott, LSU economist, and we're going to get right to it. Shreveport-Bossier's high on a list we don't want to be on. We've lost a ton of jobs, but Shreveport-Bossier's not alone, right, Doc?
Right, they're not alone. As a matter of fact, Lafayette and the Houma-Terrebonne area have lost way more than y'all have. But it has not been a good period for the Shreveport-Bossier area. You're down about 10,500 jobs from a peak you reached back in 2008. So it's been a little bit tough.
It was just over 4,000 in the last year or so. Can you break that down? 1,000 here, 1,000 there. It all adds up. Where did we lose?
Well, the primary thing, of course, that hit your area has been the decline in activity in the Haynesville Shale. At one point, of course, y'all were one of the hottest areas in the state. You had about 140-plus rigs operating in the Haynesville Shale area, and now you have something in the area of 15 or 16. Well, that's a pretty big hit. Then, of course, most people don't realize this, but about a fifth of your gross domestic product in your metropolitan area comes from oil and gas extraction. Well, the price of oil was 100, now it's 50. So the whole oil and gas side has taken a big hit. But in addition to that, of course, your gaming side, you're a big gaming community, and you've lost about a little over 700 jobs in that area as competition from the any casinos in Oklahoma has really hammered the area.
Pertaining to the recent election and with Trump's speech, I think it was last night, talking about deregulating the oil, coal, etc. Do you see some of those? Energy-related jobs coming back?
Well, we're certainly hope so. The deregulation activity and the potential reduction in taxes is going to be, and just the whole attitude towards fossil fuels being more positive now, it's got to be good for your area. The thing we want to watch particular for Shreveport is what happens to the price of natural gas. And the price of natural gas has been going up a bit, partly that's seasonal, but it is expected to go up a bit as industries switch from generating electricity with coal to generate electricity with natural gas. You're seeing a lot of that switching going on. That's going to put an upward bump on the price of natural gas, which is what you need to get the Haynesville going. The Haynesville shale play, unlike many shale plays in the United States, is strictly dry. In other words, when you drill on it, the only thing you get is natural gas. You don't get oil. So an increase in the price of natural gas is absolutely essential to your area.
The gaming job losses, did you say 700, and was that just last year?
Since 2014.
Okay.
Since 2014, you've lost a little over 700. I think the number was 713 the last time I looked. And
those jobs aren't coming back, right? I mean, those are jobs that are gone.
Probably unlikely because the primary reason for this is the competition that is being experienced from the Indian casinos opening in Oklahoma. And so it's drawing people from the Dallas-Fort Worth area that normally came to your place, and they're going to the Indian casinos that are a little bit closer to their metropolitan area. I don't think there's a great deal of hope for those coming back, no. The other thing, of course, is you just got the hit from ExpressJet saying that they were going to close out at the Air Force, not the Air Force,
the Shreveport International Airport.
Yeah, it's your airport, and that's just another blow to you. You need some new activity up there, and hopefully that'll be coming down the line.
Let me ask you this: when we talk about the 700 gaming jobs and the ExpressJet, are these folks leaving our state, or are they leaving our city? Do you have some facts to back that, to kind of shed some light on that?
And pardon me, on top of that, and you can comment on this too, sort of a two-part question, that part of the story was that so many people are, especially in the Shreveport-Bossier area, just leaving the workforce.
There's kind of two things, there's two questions, two responses. Number one is that's you would expect some, the people are going to flow to where the jobs are. And as it turns out, there are areas of the state that are doing really, not just good, but really good. For example, Lake Charles is the third fastest growing metropolitan area in the United States. 386 metropolitan areas, they rank third. I mean, they are rocking and rolling. The Baton Rouge area and the area along the river from Baton Rouge to the western side of New Orleans doing really, really good right now. So there are other jobs, and people tend to migrate to where those jobs are. In response to your second question, the answer is yes. I mean, one of the things that's happened in the last 8 years is there has been a fairly substantial drop in the number of people even deciding to work, and part of that's because the generosity of some of the programs to help people who are out of work are so generous that in some cases it makes more economic sense.
99 weeks of unemployment ain't a bad deal, is it?
It's hard for me to say unemployment's not a bad deal. It's a bad deal, but sometimes when you look at the jobs that you're eligible for and what they pay versus what you get from some of the welfare programs, sometimes it just doesn't pay to work, and that has increased in the last 8 years for sure. So we've had a pretty big decline in the workforce, and we've had a big decline in the labor force participation rate, largely because there hasn't been a lot of jobs. This has been an extremely slow recovery, the worst recovery record that we've had of any recession we've recovered from since World War II. So there hasn't been a lot of jobs out there, and so some people just get discouraged about finding work and drop out.
Dr. Loren Scott, let me ask you this real quick. If you're the leader of a city like Shreveport and your sales tax revenues have been on the decline, and now you realize you've lost 4,200 jobs, you would anticipate those sales tax numbers continue to decline next year, right?
That's what I would expect, indeed. There's just, the sales tax collections are related to how well the economy is doing, and we do forecasts for your area, and we are expecting the decline to last into 2017 and then start to recover again in 2018. So I think there's going to be a lot of adjustments that have to be made over the next year.